Hi students, in previous class we have seen about resistance to change, change process and overcoming resistance to change. In today's class we are going to see about organizational development, features of organizational development and process of organizational development. If anyone missed the previous class can get the link in the description box, once check it. Now we are going to see how the organization development will be takes place. Now let's see the definition of organizational development. Organizational development is a response to change the beliefs, attitudes, values and structure of organizations so that they can better adapt to new technologies, markets and challenges and the dizzying rate of change itself. This definition was given by Warren G. Bennis. Here, what is meant by organizational development? Means when we bring a change into the organization. Why we bring the change into the organization? In order to develop our organization and in order to stand through the competition. In order to give the strong competition to our competitors. So, while we are bringing the change into the organization development is a response to the change and values, attitudes and structure of organization so that they can better adapt to the new technologies, markets and challenges. When we are adopting a new technology, then we will be the strong competitor for our competitors. And in the same way, by adopting the change, we will the organization will be developed. Now let's see the features of organizational development. First one is planned change. Organizational development is a strategy of planned change for organizational improvement. This planned emphasis separates organizational development efforts from other kinds of more haphazard changes that are frequently undertaken by organizations. Why the organization development will be occurred means due to planned change. If we are changing anything in the organization, it must be done in a planned manner. Why? Because this word planned will separate our OD efforts from other kinds of changes that are frequently undertaken by the organization. Sometimes we will bring changes very frequently. Why? Because they are very minor changes. But when we are bringing the big change, that must be done in a planned manner so that the organization development will be done. And the second one is comprehensive change. The concept of comprehensive change is based on the systems concept, open, dynamic and adaptive system. Here we will focus on individuals in order to bring the comprehensive change. Why? Because when we are bringing the change, every individual must adopt the change and the change must be open and dynamic. The second one and the third one is long range change. By bringing the long range change also, we can develop our organization or solving short term, temporary or isolated problems. Rather, OD focuses on the elevation of an organization to a higher level of functioning by improving the performance and satisfaction of organizational members on long-term basis. This organizational development mainly focuses on long-term changes. Why? Because though there is a short-term change, we will change it frequently. When we bring a long-run change, there will be some time gap for the change. Why? Because when we bring a change into the organization, it takes more expensive or it takes more time to adopt by the organization. While in the organizational development, it focuses on long-range change. And the fourth one is dynamic process. Organizational development is a dynamic process and includes the efforts to guide and direct as well as to cope with or adopt changes imposed. Why? Because when we bring a change, automatically our organization goal also will be changed. Thus, OD efforts are not one-shot actions. Rather, they are ongoing, interactive and cyclic process. Here, organization development is a cyclic process. it is an ongoing process. If we change it for one time, okay, change is completed, we can stop here. That's not like that. The change will be occurred continuously. When the change occurs, automatically organization development also occurs. And the fifth one is participation of change agent. Most OD experts emphasize the need for an outside third-party change agent or catalyst. They discourage do-it-yourself approach. There is a close working relationship between the change agent and the target organizational members to be changed. In this, when the organizational development experts show more emphasis on the third party agent. Why? Because when we are bringing a change into the organization, they mostly depend on the third agent in order to implement the change in the organization. Why? Because of when we are bringing a new technology into the organization, we are new to that technology. Then the person who is familiar with that technology will give importance to that person. The same thing will be done in the OD also. The OD experts also will do the same thing, and they criticize and they discourage the word do it yourself. They won't encourage by doing it ourselves. If we are bringing any new technology and we started learning it ourselves, means we will learn it very well. Though we learn it by the third party agent, but when we are showing our own interest in learning something new, it gives a fruitful results. So hence there must be a close working relationship between the change agent and the target organizational members. And the next one is normative educational process. Educational development is based on the principle that norms form the basis for behavior, and change is a re-education process of replacing old norms by new ones. This is done to arrive at certain desirable outcomes that may be in the form of increased effectiveness, problem solving, and adaptability for the organization as a whole. Normative educational process. When we are replacing old norms with new norms, every employee in the organization must be aware of what new one is bringing into the organization. Then by educating our employees about our new norms, it may be helpful in our organizational development. And the last one is emphasis on intervention and action research. OD approach results into an active intervention in the ongoing activities of the organization. Action research is the basis for such intervention. An active intervention in the ongoing activities of the organization means organizational development will increase the intervention research. Now let's see the process of organizational development. When we are bringing a change into the organization, the change must be implemented in a planned manner. In the same way, organizational development is a planned approach to improve employee and organizational effectiveness. Let's see the process, how it will be. The first step in the process of organizational development is problem identification. First of all, we have to identify the problem where it has been arised. After identifying the problem, the second step is data collection. We have to collect the data where the problem is arised and why the problem is arised. And after that, we will go for the diagnosis. We will test where the mistake has been done or where the problem has been arised. In the diagnosis, we will have these 4 steps how we will diagnose the problem. First one is structural analysis. In structural analysis, we will analyze the structure of the organization where there is a problem. If there is any problem in structural analysis, then we will go for next step. If not, another analysis is process analysis. We will check whether there is any problem in the process or not. And the next one is function analysis and domain analysis. In these 4 types, we will diagnose the problem, and based on the problem, we will implement the change and we will implement our solution. And the next step after diagnosis is planning and implementation. After diagnosing a problem, we will plan a solution and implement the solution. After implementing the solution, we will evaluate and take feedback. First of all, we will evaluate whether how it is working, whether it is a suitable solution for the arised problem or not. We will evaluate, and then after implementing, we will take the feedback how the solution is going on. This is about the process of organizational process. Thank you. And in the next class, let us learn about organizational culture, that is Unit 5. Thank you.